Alright, y'all, me and my blue comb, we is back to give y'all the recap slash review of Empire, the first season, episode 1, the pilot. Let's go ahead, let's get into it, because tonight's episode was really crazy. Now, before I get into the episode, though, I just remembered, y'all, that starting Monday and Wednesday this coming week, I have my first evening class since like the fall semester, not this fall, but back in 2013 fall when I started college. This will be my first evening class since then, and it's from like 7 to 8, so I damn sure I'm going to miss the episode so for the next following Wednesdays. So what I'm going to do is, because I believe on Thursdays I don't have class till 2. So what I'm going to do on Thursdays is I'm going to try to watch the show in the morning and give y'all the review in the morning. And if I can't, I'm going to try to do it at night. And in case I forget, hopefully my good friend Carol C.D. Mitchell will remind me on Twitter. Just tweet me and remind me. Just say, hey, where's the Empire review? Just remind me and I will, do it. Remind me in the morning if you can, or in the night, because I want to make sure I can get these reviews to y'all. But anyway, because I had just realized that, and I was just like, oh damn, this is the only time I'm going to be able to see, the first episode, an episode, and give y'all a review the same night. That's pretty much what I'm saying. So let's go ahead, let's get into it. I have my notes right here. I'm really excited, so excuse me if I'm off the hinges everywhere. Who gives a damn? Let's go ahead and let's go. So we open up with this new female artist singing in the studio. She's singing like an R&B song, and it's like, I think it's probably titled "What Is Love," because we never really know what the title of the song is or what's the artist's name. Pretty much, Lucious, he tells her to sing with passion, and he tells her to sing as if she is going to die tomorrow. And so, she keeps having to do tape over. And while she's recording, he is having like medical flashbacks when he was at the hospital getting diagnosed or whatever, or seeing what was wrong with him. Now, oh shit. Okay, y'all, just to let y'all know, American Horror Story Freak Show then came back on tonight as well. So if I'm turning, it's because I'm watching this. Now I gotta turn it up just a little bit, but not too much, because I don't want YouTube to try to snatch my channel. Anyway, like I was saying, yeah, so it's like he's having medical flashbacks and stuff like that, and then he stops her, and then he walks into the booth, and he tells her, to go back to the time where her brother got shot, and how it felt at that moment that she had to, where she had to ID the body. And when he tells her that, she sings her heart out, because with music, you really got to have that emotion, that passion, and you really got to go back to those dark places at times, because there isn't always happy feelings in our lives. So you really have to go to those dark places in order to get that voice up out you from your diaphragm, to really get it from down there. So anyway, shit, damn, I might have to catch this again, because I don't want to miss nothing. Hold on, y'all. Shit, it's 3 minutes. Hold on. The little bar is moving a little bit whenever the characters are speaking. So I mean, I'm sure you can't catch it too much. I mean, shit, it ain't like I'm trying to bootleg and dub the shit. I just don't want to turn it down too much. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, damn. Child, what the hell? Anyway, so next thing we have is this yacht party. Now, at this yacht party, we meet the first two sons, Hakeem, who is the youngest, and then I believe it's Jamal, who is the second oldest. And they are pretty much, collaborating on a song and just, getting along together. Now, I can tell, I can tell that Jamal and Hakeem, they look like they are going to stick together through thick and thin. They're going to have their moments where they fight each other and can't stand each other. They're going to have their times where, brothers, where siblings, arguing, fighting, stuff like that. So there's going to be that. But you can just tell that they have a very strong brotherly bond. And I like that. And then while they're collaborating, while everybody else is outside, on the yacht during the party. These two are inside, and it's just the two of them. But while they're collaborating, their oldest brother Andre and his wife, they never even he never even said her name. So during this entire episode, so that's why she would just be referred to as Andre's wife. She watches him from afar. Anyway, they watch from afar, and pretty much, they're just talking about how the wife was saying, oh, look at them showing off again. And then the brother and Andre was just like, that's what they always do. Clearly, you can tell that Andre is jealous of the fact that, and I'm going to bring this up later, he's clearly jealous of the fact that their father, Lucious, he is clearly jealous at the fact that their father, Lucious, he shows more love to them than he does. He shows more love to those two than he does Andre, who actually went to grad school, got his, degrees, got his master's degrees, all that good stuff, and is actually, eligible to run the company, which I will get to in a minute. So, we then see Lucius getting ready to make an announcement, and pretty much he is met by his assistant Becky, and she's telling him all these different things all of this list of things that he has to do. And, he's just like, after this meeting, I'm going to have to cancel all my meetings after a while because he is, like, feeling sick, which we will get to later on as well. At the press conference, before, it's like he's having some flashbacks to childhood during this announcement. He's having some flashbacks of when he was rapping on the cold, hard streets and, talking about how his rhymes and stuff kept him warm and, that's what kept him going when he wanted to give up. So, and also he tells Becky, before he goes into a meeting, he tells Becky to have his 3 sons meet him at his house for a private family matter. So the announcement is that the Empire record label is a big company that is going on the New York Stock Exchange. So, yeah. Damn. So, yeah. Anyway, at his house where the 3 sons are, oh yeah, by the way, he told Hakeem, get your big ass shoe off that $400,000 table, $4,000 table I eat on, $7,000, whatever. Anyway, he tells his sons that only one of them will be eligible to take over when he is no longer here. Mind you, he has not told them, or pretty much anybody really, about his illness, which we'll find out later down the line in the episode. Anyway, during all of this, none other than his ex-wife, Cookie, played by Taraji P. Henson, is getting released from jail on good behavior. Now, when she gets released from jail, she pretty much, you can just tell the look in her eyes, like, she about to come wreck shop. She about to come tear shit up, basically. So, we then go to this boxing ring that I believe Andre is the owner of or manager of, and pretty much Andre, Lucius, and Lucius' right-hand man, Bonky, are watching these 2 boxers go at it. And then he pretty much, Lucius tells Bonky to, step aside, let him and Andre talk. And they pretty much talk about, the whole thing about, okay, which son are you going to choose? And Andre pretty much, he puts it out there that he's the most eligible because he knows business. Now, while that is a factor in who should run the company, Lucius thinks that it should be a celebrity, or a celebrity and otherwise an artist, which is why it's kind of like his 2 sons, Hakeem and Jamal, because both of them are artists. You have Jamal, that's the singer and songwriter, and you have, just said his name, you have Hakeem, who is the rapper. God damn it, ow. Anyway, so, and then on top of that, while they're having this conversation, he tells Lucius about the fact that Cookie is out. And boy, when Andre told him that Cookie was out of jail, Lucius said, "What?" Like, it was straight fear in his eyes. He was just like, "Wait, she's out?" Like, I was just like, damn, like, that face Candy had made with Real Housewives of Atlanta. I was just like, damn, like, you knew. Anyway, oh boy, shouts out to Ashley Miller. She was funny when she did that part. You knew. Anyway, then we go to Jamal and his shit. I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, then we go to Jamal and his boyfriend Michael. And his new boyfriend, because he had according to his father, he had his last boyfriend had dreads, so I'm assuming that he was black. Anyway, anyways, we go to Jamal and his boyfriend Michael, who's Hispanic, and they're pretty much talking about, talking about Jamal's dreams and his dreams and goals, because with him being an artist, Jamal is one of those types who likes to stay pure to the art form, because he used to look up to his father as an artist, but now he sees that his father is nothing more than a byproduct of the industry, and he's more focused on merchandising and record sales and money. And then on top of that, Jamal talks a little bit about the fact that, him being an openly black gay man, he will not sell as much in the black community, and which we will talk about a little bit later. It's a lot of stuff that they mentioned, a lot of stuff that they start off with in the beginning of the episode, which they address later on, and I think they might do that for every episode maybe. But anyway, pretty much they're just talking about how there's too much homophobia in the black community, which is true. They talk about about him touring and his true artistry and all that good stuff. Now, mind you, while that's happening, they then have an intimate kissing moment, and while that's happening, he gets a call from who else? Cookie downstairs talking about, let me in, like y'all better have an elevator in this place too. I wanted her to say bitch so bad, like y'all better have an elevator in this bitch. Anyway, so yeah, but so while his mother is on her way upstairs, Jamal is having a flashback about the last time that he spoke to his mother in jail. And pretty much it was him and Lucious, his father, and Lucious told him, tell your mother that I love her and that, you love her too, and don't come back here crying, because Lucious is you can tell he's one of those fathers that's very adamant about his sons being the alpha male, not showing emotion, being very strong and not showing emotion or fear in the face, any of that stuff. So, the last thing he would want you to do is cry in front of him, or else he gonna probably beat your ass. I get that type of vibe from him. Anyway, she comes upstairs and she's like, they hug, and it's just like it's a little intimate moment because they finally are seeing each other since the last time they talked. And then she looks around the place with such like disgust, like, ugh, like for a queen, the fact. She was like, for a queen, you sure do live messy. You need to get you a maid or something. I like to die laughing just to come back alive when I heard that. It was just like, damn. Like, the fact she called him a queen, though. But, I mean, she ain't mean no malice, no harm when she said it. But anyway, she runs to the kitchen because she smells food cooking. And, pretty much on her way to the kitchen, she meets Michael. And she was like, oh, look at my son dating a little Mexican. And then she was like, yeah, I sure did say little Mexican. Something, something, something. And she starts tearing that chicken up. And then before she tore that chicken up, she was like, "Is it fried?" He was like, "No, it's stewed." And then it was just like she grabbed that one piece of chicken out the pot and just started eating at that motherfucker. Anyway, so the next thing so pretty much Jamal was asking her, what does she come back to do? What is she like now? What is she gonna do that she's out? And she says that she has come back to get what's hers. Again, we'll talk about it later. So anyway, next we have her storming into the office, and she pretty much tells Becky to get the hell out of her way. Becky is Lucious's assistant. Try saying that word 5 times fast. Lucius's. Anyway, who the hell texted me? Oh, girl, you gonna have to wait. Anyway, so yeah, she pretty much storms into his office. He isn't there at first. She storms into his office. She looks around, and then she pretty much sees a picture of him and his new lover. They didn't even say her name, but she pretty much storms into the office, and she just is. Now, remind you, when she goes into the office, this is 2 days after she got out, because when she saw Jamal, that was the day she got out. So when she storms into his office, that is 2 days after the fact. So anyway, they see her, and he sees her. He goes to the office. They talk, and pretty much she just reminds him of the fact that he divorced her once she had got locked up. Then she reminds him that, but while he's trying to go all public with his company or whatever, that he must remember that it was her $400,000 in drug money that started the company. He breaks everything down to her and just lets her know he runs 10% of the company, this, that, and the other, that, things don't work out the same way that you think they are or they should be running. Anyway, she demands $5 million. He offers $3 million, and also she wants to be an A&R because she wants to manage Jamal, because she sees the star potential in Jamal, regardless of him being, openly gay or whatever. She accepts her son no matter what. So Jamal is pretty much like her baby. He's her favorite. You can just tell he's her favorite. Anyway, she then sees her son Hakeem, who she hasn't saw for the longest time. Last time she saw him was when he was a baby. And, he was playing music loud, getting his hair cut, and then she tells the barber to beat it, and then she tells his ass, turn that music off. She's not going to compete with the music. Her voice is not going to compete with that music. And they just, they have a bit of a heated conversation. She asks why he didn't call her back didn't call her for all those years, why he didn't write some letters, all that stuff. And he addresses her with such disrespect that he calls her a bitch. And then she snatches that broomstick away from him while he was sweeping up his hair, his now chopped off hair from his haircut, and she beats his ass, and she pretty much says that she demands respect. And boy, she beat his ass. I'm so sorry for saying this, but she beat his ass like a slave. Like, better yet, she beat his ass like a black woman that was a slave protecting her son from Massa. Because if Massa was to beat her son, he would probably die. So she was beating him like, I'm trying to protect your ass from Massa. I'm just saying, like, shit, that's just me. If I offended somebody, that's too fucking bad. You are on my channel, you are watching me. So anyway, Hakeem and Lucious then meet at this new club, and his father just lets him know that he's wasting his talent on booze and bitches, and he needs to really get his act together if he really wants to be the king of the empire. Because right now he's a prince, and it's like, if you want to be the king, like, you got to get your act together. You have to stop chasing after these girls and the alcohol and all this stuff. Stop wasting your money and really put in that work. And pretty much Hakeem was just like, I'm working on some new stuff now. And child, listen, Lucious let his ass know, you ain't worked a day in your life. Pretty much letting him know, I'm the one who puts in all the hard work for your career. So you ain't really worked a damn day in your life while you trying to, check me. Anyway, he lets him know, Lucious lets Hakeem know that he wrote him a new song that he wants him to record in a few days or tomorrow or some shit. And, he wants him to record. Anyway, Cookie bumps into Bunky, which is Lucious's right-hand man. She bumps into him on the street, gets into his car, and they talk for a little bit. And she just pretty much finds out that he's been paid to follow her and report on any and everything that she's doing. And she just, Cookie she's a boss, because she got in that car and she was just like, look at yourself. You let yourself go. Clean that stuff off your face. No. And I was just like, damn. Like, she just went off on his ass a little bit. Anyway, Jamal and Lucious meet up at the office, and before they have their conversation, Lucious and Becky, the assistant, are talking, and they were talking about how Becky went to this bathhouse or something, and how she got into how she got in or whatever, and she was like, I told them it was post-op. She was like, it was post-operation. Like, they were just, having a good little kiki and haha, having a good little discussion. Anyway, Lucious and his father are talking, and pretty much Lucious doesn't understand homosexuality. Therefore, he doesn't understand his son Jamal being gay. To him, his son being gay is pretty much a choice, which is what everybody loves to say, that, being gay is a choice. But anyway, he's saying that you can choose to sleep with women, and pretty much just lets him know that, I think what Lucious was trying to tell him was that in order to be successful in this industry, like, even though he is gay, he has to basically pretend to be straight in order to sell. And he reminds him that, we got 13% of us, the black population, and the other 75% is the white population, and how they probably will not support you being a, gay white artist. So, being not a gay white artist, being an openly gay black artist, you probably won't be, you won't sell as much, and, just talking about record sales and touring, and, just pretty much if he wants to take over the empire as well. And just pretty much, he just breaks it down to him. It's like, truth hurts, but it's like, with the way things are, and homophobia still being a big factor in the world, even though, everybody loves to say, oh, it's 2015, hell, bitch, it's gonna be 2020 in a couple of more years. People still gonna, feel some type of way. Anyway, Now, we have a flashback of Cookie, Lucious, and Jamal, and also her baby Hakeem, and pretty much, pretty much they were just talking, they were just having dinner, and then their friends were in the front, and they were just, talking about how, his with his album, and how he's that one hit away from being a big star and really making it big and whatnot. So anyway, while this flashback is happening, we then see Lucious is getting a CAT scan and seems like he's about to be diagnosed with something, which we see later on. Y'all, I am really dedicating this recap to y'all because American Horror Story is back on, and it's like I'm listening to it, but then it's just like Anyway, Andre's wife, and then we see Andre's wife and Andre, and she's dancing, or attempting to dance. Okay, listen, y'all know that a lot of white people don't have rhythm. I'm just saying, just putting that out there. A lot of them do not have rhythm. They try to find it and they just don't have it. So she's trying to dance and it's, trying to be all like cute and sexy for him. So, and anyway, they are talking about, as I mentioned earlier, they were talking about how Lucious, he loves Jamal and Hakeem more than him, even though Lucious hates Jamal, but Jamal loves his father no matter what, which they will get to later on in the season. Anyway, then they talk about how Lucious might give the throne over to Hakeem, and then Jamal will not oppose to it because Jamal is just so passive. Then the wife is like, what if Jamal isn't being passive, and what if he isn't being passive and he refuses to let Hakeem take over the throne? Pretty much, Andre and his wife are pretty much they are plotting their own plan to have. Basically, in the end, what they're plotting is for Jamal and Hakeem to pretty much go at it, which they think will result in one of them dying, pretty much. So they are like, by any means necessary, Andre, you're going to get this throne. You're going to get Empire Records by any means necessary, even if one of your brothers has to die. So that just shows you it's very vicious in this music industry. In the entertainment industry in general, it's very vicious and very corrupt, and you got to look out for sharks and, hell, anybody from your own family to just anybody can anybody can get you, from your friends to your family. Anybody can be out to get your throne. So anyway, we then go to Cookie and Andre talking, and Cookie is she's in her own apartment. I think Lucious had hooked her up with it, and I think Jamal might help her with the furniture or some shit. Since he's into, you can tell Jamal's into like fashion and all that good stuff because how he has his mother being all dressed. Anyway, Cookie and Andre talk about how he, she was like, oh well, why you marry a white girl and all this stuff, and he's like, oh well, she's smart, she's pretty, I met her at college, and she was like, all white girls are pretty and smart even when they really not. I think she was talking about when they really not smart because she's blonde, so how people, the generalization and the stereotype that all blondes are dumb, so that's pretty much what she was insinuating. Anyway, she talks about managing Jamal and how in order to do so she has to take him from Lucious. Which then, Andre drops this bomb on her like, oh, you should go ahead and just, do this, do that. You can tell that Andre is really up to something. Everybody in this family, for the most part, is up to something because you got the sons who want the throne, and then you got, Lucious with with his past coming back to haunt him, with Cookie being out of jail. You got so much shit going on. Everybody is, everybody's pretty much up to something. And if y'all hearing that is me turning the page, because goddamn do I got a lot of notes. Anyway, she then storms into another one of his meetings, loud and rude, and she just pretty much, telling his other friend and right hand man, I forgot his name, but she pretty much told him to shut his ass up. And anyway, her, Lucious, and Lucious's other friend, they go to Lucious's office, and damn, ooh. Anyway, they go to Lucious's office, and pretty much, she demands that she gets Jamal to manage him, and, she threatens, again, to blackmail him that, that it was her $400,000 in drug money that started the company. She threatens him and lets him know it was her who started the company, so if you don't want that to come out, you're going to need to, change up. change your tune. So, pretty much she eventually gets what she wants, and she was, playing on the piano at first, like, I want Jamal, just, give me what I want, give me what's mine. And, he eventually cops in and gives her what he wants, and then he tells her while she's walking out, I ain't want him anyway. She turns around and stares at him and lets him know, you never did. Or she said something to that fact, like, you never did, like, or I knew that you never wanted Jamal, you never loved him. Anyway, we then go to, speaking of Jamal, we then go to Jamal performing one of his songs at this local club. And pretty much, in this club, in the audience, we have Cookie, Michael, and Becky who are in the audience, and they are watching him perform the song. Now, while they are watching him perform the song, he is having a flashback from earlier. He is having the same flashback as earlier, where, girl, shut your ass up. I'm sorry, but this girl, damn, shut your ass up. The American Horror Story. Anyway. Damn. If y'all remember the flashback with Lucious, Cookie, and Baby Hakeem, and Lil Jamal when they were at the house, and Jamal had walked downstairs in some red heels and a scarf over his head like a girl, and Lucious snatched his ass up and walked out the back, and Cookie had followed him. She ran after him and followed him, screaming his name. So if you remember that. Pretty much in the flashback, we get the continuation where, we see Lucious carrying Jamal downstairs outside, and he is begging, please do not, please don't do what you're about to do. Whatever you're going to do to me, please don't do it. And pretty much, he opens up the trash can, takes the lid off, and throws Jamal in there. Thank you, bye. He pretty much, throws Jamal in there, and, yeah, he throws Jamal in there. God damn, I hope she didn't get... Okay, good, she didn't get hit, because I'm about to say, damn, bitch. Ooh, damn, they... Ooh. Ooh. Damn. Anyway, he opens up the trash bin and throws Jamal in there, and Cookie just comes down, running down like, Lucious, and then she, starts hitting him and fighting him. She picks up Jamal, and she's like, how dare you do something like this, and just, kicking him and shit. She just, pissed at the fact that, damn, you just pretty much treated your son literally like trash and threw him away. Damn, what part of the game is that? Anyway, then we flash back to Cookie and Jamal. They're talking after Jamal's performance. She promises to take his career to the next level, but of course, again, Jamal doesn't want to be mainstream. He doesn't want to go mainstream. He wants to stay pure to the talent. And, Cookie understands that, but to an extent, she's just like, in her head, you can tell she's just like, God damn it, if you don't just listen to what the fuck I'm telling you, like, you can tell she loves Jamal, but she really wants him to stop being so damn passive. And then, she tells him to go with his friends, after he kisses her on the cheek, she tells him to go over to, Michael and Becky, and then she calls him a stupid sissy when he leaves. Now, mind you, again, she does love her son, but she wishes that he would just, stop being so damn passive and stop, being so damn soft. She just wants him to take fucking charge. So, anyway, Hakeem and Jamal meet at the same club that Hakeem and Lucious had met at earlier, and they were pretty much talking about their crazy parents. Hakeem was just like, damn, Mom, she crazy. She beat me with a broom. Jamal couldn't even hold it back. He started laughing like a motherfucker. Anyway, Hakeem was also talking about how, he was also just talking about how, damn, what if Mom, tries to, kill me or whatever, like, what if Mom and Dad try to pit us against each other and, best believe they're going to make us fight to the death. And, Jamal doesn't believe that's going to happen, but, child, y'all parents is crazy as fuck, so anything is bound to happen. I'm just letting you know, anything's bound to happen. Anyway, Hakeem and Jamal, before that, after they meet at the club, they, head home, even though Hakeem decides to stay out late with some random trick that he met at the club. And, he gets drunk or whatever, and he is drunk and hungover at his studio session with Lucious. Lucious, as you can tell, is clearly pissed off and highly irritated and upset. And he pretty much, he just pretty much tells his ass he a mess. He needs to clean up his act. And goddamn, this is 29 minutes. Thank y'all for staying with me this long. Anyway, he just lets her know, damn, you is a mess. And he just lets him know you are a mess and you need to clean up your act and all that shit. So, Hakeem goes and meets Jamal at Jamal's sound check, and has him help him out with a beat. And he goes, and the beat that Jamal helps him with, he uses that beat to record a new song later down the line. Now Lucious's right hand Bunky comes to Lucious's house late at night, and he threatens him and blackmails him with the fact that Lucious, years ago before he got famous, he had murdered 4 drug dealers back in the day. So he lets him know that, and then he also threatens to kill Lucious, if he don't pay him what he owes, and gives him the money that he feels he deserves. So anyway, Hakeem records his new song that Jamal had helped him out with, and Lucious is pleased, and then it's like Hakeem lets him know that, oh, Jamal helped me out with the beat, and Jamal smiles because he's like, oh, my brother acknowledged that I helped him out, but then Lucious is just like, yeah, he sure did, but it was that monster in you. It was that passion in you. It was you who came up with the lyrics and killed it. And Jamal just, his smile goes up to down, and he just leaves the room because, he's had enough of his father constantly dissing him and disrespecting him. He's just done with it. Hold on, y'all. Because I'm going to have to lock my door in a goddamn minute. Anyway, damn distractions. Now, that shit... Bitch, go somewhere. Anyway, so yeah, pretty much Jamal then is at Cookie's house, and he just pretty much lets her know she's won, if you will. She's won, and that, yeah, you can manage me. You can do it. You can manage me. And, yeah. So, Lucious finds out that he has ALS, and he has 3 years, maybe more or less, to live. Now, during this, there's a flashback of Cookie getting into the car with, like, I think $10,000 in a bag, and she said she felt that Puma, which he's a character who we'll meet later down the line, she feels that Puma, that something wasn't right with him, and that the vibe, she felt like something big was about to go down, and she just let Lucious know that if I go down, promise me that you're going to continue to play. Promise me that you're going to continue to play. And he just keeps telling her that, ain't nothing bad gonna happen. Like, he's trying to stay on a positive note, like, ain't nothing bad gonna happen to you. But she feels it in her soul, like a woman's instinct. She feels that some shit is about to go down. She just wasn't feeling the vibe, and just, God damn. Anyway, just wasn't feeling the vibe. So anyway, Cookie signs on to manage Jamal, but when she signs on to manage him, it is at the cost that she cannot blast Lucious or put him on blast that it was her drug money that started the company. So she can manage Jamal, but she just can't, put it on blast that it was her drug money that started the company. Anyway, Lucious and Bunky meet at a pier late at night, and he calls Lucious a sellout, and all this other shit, and Lucious was just like, we've been friends for 14 years, and should nothing come between us, and Bunky, he pretty much demands more money because, unbeknownst to Lucious, Bunky, he's been seen rolling around with this guy Sean or whatever, who I believe is an enemy of Lucious from back in the day, and he owed Sean, like, I think $150,000, so that's why he was demanding, that he get more money from Lucious. Anyway, Lucious told him that, we've been friends for 14 years, and, we never let anything come between us but a bullet. Bah! And pretty much shoots him in the head, point blank. Shoots him at point blank range right in the head, and Lucious, bam, is dumped in the river. Now, Lucious and Cookie meet, and they talk about Jamal and Hakeem, and she says that she wants to make Jamal a star, and she pretty much threatens to take Lucious to war if she has to. And she pretty much says that she's going to show him that a faggot can run this company. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Cookie did drop the F-bomb. Cookie's just, her character, like, she just keeps it real. It is what it is. She's going to say what she's going to say, and if you don't like it, take your ass on somewhere. She don't give a damn. Anyway, now we are back at the end. Oh, yes, we are done. We're back at the end for the Yacht Party. And well, it's another yacht party, mind you. Anyway, Lucious welcomes Cookie to the Empire Records, and then he also makes the announcement that his two sons, Jamal and Hakeem, are also releasing albums in the same year. And when he says that, both Hakeem and Jamal look at each other like, oh shit. You know, Hakeem just pretty much looks at Jamal, and you can tell in Hakeem's head, it's kind of like that, I told you they were going to do this to us. It was that type of look like I told you they were going to do this. And pretty much, Jamal's boyfriend, Michael, he has a look of worry on his face. And, Jamal sort of, smiles at him a little, bit, and then looks back at his brother, and it's just like, you can tell some shit is about to go down. Like, Hakeem tried to warn Jamal, but he didn't want to listen, and he just couldn't fathom that was going to happen. And that's pretty much, when after he announces that, there's a lot of tension in the room. You can just feel the tension is so thick, you can, cut that motherfucker with a knife. Anyway, that is all I got, you guys. We are 35 minutes in, going on 36 minutes. Thank y'all for tuning in to this review/recap of Empire Season 1, Episode 1, the pilot. I will again, try to get to y'all with my reviews probably on Thursdays. And, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to keep checking out Empire every week. And, DVR it, watch it on demand. Tweet about it, share it with your friends, watch it with your friends and family, and there you go. So I'll see you guys later. Peace. Prince Onyx out.